Online privacy. Does it exist? Whatever you do online leaves a data trail that is easily traced. And whether it's through social media, a data breach, or tracking, your online activity and personal information is always in someone else's hands. And that can be a scary and costly thing if someone else is a hacker attempting to steal your identity or your money. But what is in your hands is the power to limit access to your information and online activity. Here are a few ways to protect your privacy online. Do the basic steps, which will make your life simpler and safer. Secure your mobile devices. Update software and operating systems. Install antivirus software. Use a VPN. Use two-factor authentication. Always log out on other people's devices. Don't open suspicious links in emails or click on sketchy websites. Double-check when allowing app permissions. Avoid installing free software from third-party resources. This can install malware and unwanted software. Doing these things goes a long way toward keeping your sensitive information private. Also, avoid unreliable passwords. If you use weak combinations, such as letters only, you are not protected at all. Use a password manager, and all your complex and strong passwords will always be at your fingertips, so you won't have to remember them. Check if your password is safe or not using Kaspersky Password Checker. Speaking of passwords, it's safe to not use the Save Password feature on browsers if the default password manager from your browser is not your primary password storage. Passwords should be stored in one place only, and only in verified password managers. It may be convenient, but it also makes it convenient for others to steal your passwords and access your accounts. By the way, since password recovery usually takes place through email, it's a good idea to have at least 2 email addresses. One should be for your primary use, banking, and important sites where you have accounts that you want to keep secure. A second email address should be used for less important sites, such as signing up for access, dating sites, or forums. It is extremely important to protect all your email accounts with two-factor authentication. This is because many social media account hacks occur through the initial hacking of email, which has weak protection. After making your social media security settings stricter, limit the photos and information you post. Next, be savvy about social media. Scammers glean a lot of information about you from what you post, what you've purchased, such as IDs, tickets, and billing documents. Keep your digital presence to a minimum by avoiding clicking on ads or interested in going buttons, or sharing information about your whereabouts and travel schedule. Check which applications you want to give access to for geolocation tracking. Disable geo-tracking for apps that don't need it. Criminals use this information to find out when you are away from home to rob or blackmail you, or to steal your personal data when there has been a data leak. Also, consider your kids' privacy as well. Cyberbullying is no joke, and kids around the world suffer from it. That's why it's important not to publish photos and videos online, which may confuse or embarrass your child now or in the future. Speaking of tracking, block search engines from tracking you by deleting your activity on your browser activity dashboard. You can then switch to incognito or private mode so your browsing history can't be traced. Another good idea is to switch to a search engine that protects your privacy and doesn't track your data. It's also smart to opt out of target advertising on your smartphone and smart TV. Get an ad blocker to prevent companies from tracking you and limit the amount of cookies you allow on your devices. Be alert to phishing scams. This is when phishers impersonate organizations, banks, or retailers to get your user credentials or deliver malware to your device through links or attachments in email messages. Do not click on attachments or links from unknown senders or from suspicious-looking emails. If you think your account is in danger, check it by going directly to the relevant website by typing the address into the URL bar in your browser, rather than clicking the link in the message. For those of you who work from home, there's a whole other level of precautions to take to ensure your privacy. Don't store personal files on your work laptop or phone. This is company equipment meant for work, not for personal use. It can be accessed by the IT department, among others, so don't expect privacy when using it. Don't save personal passwords in your work device keychain. Adopt a zero-trust mentality with your employer's IT department and save yourself the risk. Keep negative opinions to yourself and out of company chat rooms. These can be seen by your employer, which may come back to bite you. When you're in an online meeting, be careful when you share your screen. What you can see can be seen by everyone, which may be embarrassing for more than just you. Remember that your internet traffic is monitored by your employer, so don't use the company laptop for personal browsing or shopping. Protect your online privacy starting now. Check out the links in the description below to see how Kaspersky's suite of products can help.